Hi guys, remember this? Remember from last time? Yeah, we're doing this again. This is just gonna be unbelievable. And yeah, oh shoot, why did I turn it off? Alright, let's get started, let's watch.
Welcome back to NFL Imperialism, the series which has taken the sports content world by storm. I'm sure everybody and their mother knows how this works by now, but there are some new twists for this time around, so stick with me as I fly through this intro. NFL Imperialism is a map simulation game inspired by geography YouTubers such as Drew Wu and Simulated, as well as the iconic board game Risk. What I will do is spin a wheel of all NFL teams, followed by a directional spinner to see which way that team begins its move. One of two things can happen here. We can have an expansion, meaning the arrow points towards a non-occupied state, which will give the team selected a +1 over West Virginia. Okay. This power-up is going to be a bloodbath power-up wheel. So here's the 26 unclaimed states on it, and we're going to to be upgraded to a max 99.
I guess I'm just
Welcome
gonna
back to
restart it.
NFL Imperialism, the series which has taken the sports content world by storm. I'm sure everybody and their mother knows how this works by now, but there are some new twists for this time around, so stick with me as I fly through this intro. NFL Imperialism is a map simulation game inspired by geography YouTubers such as Drew Wu and Simulated, as well as the iconic board game Risk. What I will do is spin a wheel of all NFL teams, followed by a directional spinner to see which way that team begins its move. One of two things can happen here. We can have an expansion, meaning the arrow points towards a non-occupied state, which will give the team selected a +1 overall boost to their top players. We can also have an invasion, which happens when the arrow points towards an opposing team, meaning a simulated game will go down to see who gains all of the land. Attacking team will be on the road, and the defending team will be at home. The winning team of the invasion or defense not only gets land, but they also get to steal one player from the losing team. This process of turns will repeat until one team controls the entire United States map. Now, I did mention that there is a new twist, and if you remember from the teaser I posted last week, introducing power-ups. Power-ups will be randomly assigned to an unclaimed state at the beginning of our game. If a team expands to a state which has the power-up, they will be the ones to receive it. These power-ups have the potential to shake up the game in ways never seen before. But what are these power-ups, you ask? Let me explain them. In no particular order, we'll start with our first power-up, Afterlife. Essentially, a team will receive a second chance for when they lose. However, that team will still lose a player to the team they get beat by for their first life. Second, we have Maxed Out. The team selected will have one player randomly selected to be upgraded to a max 99 overall. Then we have Bandit. The team selected will be able to steal a player from a randomly selected team, so we would use the random wheel there again. This one can be really powerful if it's given to the right hands. Double Trouble. The team selected will receive 2 players instead of 1 for the remainder of the video for each game they win. If the right team gets this, it might be game over. And our final power-up, which I think is the most powerful, Clone. The team selected will get to spin a separate wheel with all remaining unclaimed states. Whatever state it lands on is given to the team to create a new empire. So basically, this team can have 2 separate land areas on the map at the same time. Now, if you're wondering, that makes no sense. They can only go from one. They would still go for their main empire if they're attacking or defending, but if that one gets eliminated off the board, then they go to their second one. With all that finally being said, we can start with spin number 1, turn number 1 in NFL Imperialism, episode 3. Let's begin. Before we begin turn number 1, though, we have to spin our power-up wheel. So here's the 26 unclaimed states on it, and we're going to spin for our first power-up. So this state is going to have our Afterlife power-up on it, and it's going to be West Virginia. Okay. This power-up is going to be a bloodbath. We have both Ohio teams, both Pennsylvania teams, both Maryland teams, the South, the Midwest, hell, even New York can compete for this power-up. It is up for grabs to anyone. So West Virginia is off the wheel. Now we'll spin for our maxed up power-up, which will be going to Utah. A lot of teams also in contention for the maxed up power-up, and we know how good these West Coast teams are in this series, so this could go south pretty quick. Okay, now for our Bandit power-up, going to Kansas or Nebraska. I mean, on Nebraska. Ooh, interesting. So the Bandit power-up is placed in Nebraska in the middle of the map, and the Broncos, who are used to expanding in this area, they have a chance to not get 1, but 2 power-ups. They might get both of these. So now for the big hitters, we'll have Double Trouble, and it will be going to Alabama. This is looking really favorable for these South teams right here, and especially the Atlanta Falcons. I mean, they get an arrow to land here, they get a really solid power-up. And for the one I think is the most powerful, Clone, is going to Oklahoma. The Cowboys will be right next to it. Not only do the Cowboys share a border, but the Chiefs, but guess who? The Broncos. So look at this. 3 power-ups are touching the Broncos. I have all my fingers pointed at you, Broncos. I mean, you are getting handed this game. You better do something with it this time. So this is pretty interesting. All 5 power-ups have been placed. Now we can start. So turn number 1 of NFL Imperialism Episode 3 is going to start with the Tennessee Titans. We can see our first power-up in use already if this arrow points straight down south. It will not. Instead, they're going to dodge the bullet, that being the Chiefs, so they're going to expand to Kentucky, meaning their top 10 players, so we get an overall boost. What that also means is that we have another team in the running mix to get this Afterlife power-up. Moving to our next team, which will be the Indianapolis Colts. They're right there, too, so something's got to go down now. Going a little bit northwest, that arrow just barely clips through Illinois, so our game will be in Chicago for the Colts and Bears. First game of many in this hour-long video. We'll start with the Colts down by 3 to the Bears, the greatest first game you'll ever see. And Nick Foles slingshots the ball back 10 yards on a fumble. 3 offensive linemen for the Colts dive on it, and it'll be a 2nd and 29. Just your average 29 yards a game in this one. And now we have a penalty marker. Pick up about 10 yards, but probably going to be holding in the offense, yes. So 2nd down and 39. Shouldn't be too hard. We're going to get a big pickup right here. This is going to be a game changer. It'll be 3rd down and 21. 1 timeout called for the Colts, and it's a final play now. They got to a 4th down and 21. Nick Foles is going to throw it as far as he can. It's knocked down to the ground. The Bears will take over, win this game 20-17. Oh, great. Here we go again. If there's anything I hate about this series, it's watching the first team go. But hey, there's always episode 4, right? So 31 teams remain, and we will continue on turn number 2 with the LA Rams. 1 of 3 options to play here for the Rams, and that probably goes through Vegas. Actually, look at this arrow right here. It's going a little bit south, as you can tell. It actually heads through this top part of LA Chargers land. So the Rams will be going into Chargers, which just makes no sense because they already live there anyways, but Rams versus Chargers. Battle of LA, Baker Mayfield down by 6. We'll start with a little pickup right here. Gets about 7. It'll be 2nd and 3 for a 48. Mayfield gonna pass again up the middle. He's got it. That's a 1st down into Chargers territory. We'll keep on rolling. Another 1st down. Mayfield can't get out of it, and he gets man sandwiched by Joey Bosa and Khalil Mack of the Chargers defensive line. It'll be 3rd and 21. A costly sack with only 15 seconds now. Mayfield runs out, throws, delivers. Tyler Higbee has got it to the 20. Just short line of gain. Rams will call a timeout, but they'll get the 1st down. And with 5 seconds left, 6 seconds, call another timeout. Could be the final play of the game. Mayfield gonna go to the end zone. No, he'll go for Higbee as he dives in for it. He's not Jordan Poole, but he must have saw some baddies sitting on the sidelines as he dunks over the plane. 1 second left. Extra point makes it 17-16, and that's probably gonna do it. Rams win 17-16. Yeah, I could have given him Justin Herbert. Sue me. Derwin James was the best positional upgrade. He's a 94 overall safety. Wow, the Chargers are out early. A little bit earlier compared to last time, I would think. So bye-bye, Chargers. At least you didn't choke a 27-0 lead this time. And continuing along, we get the Kansas City Chiefs. Okay, the Chiefs are going to decide to... Oh, that could be going to the power-up. It was close, but it actually went through Iowa, meaning the Chiefs will actually get expansion and a player boost. This episode's looking a lot different than last time. We're starting off with a bunch of expansion. The Rams will get the go again early. That could be going to Vegas this time. Yes, it does, so we'll have the Rams versus the Raiders. Something to look out for because of that Chiefs expansion. Patrick Mahomes is now 99 overall. Well, Jesus, Raiders, maybe you guys should have started Jared Stidham from week 1. Didn't even have to use my brain for this one. Well, the Rams used up their 15 minutes of fame just to knock off the Chargers, and that's about it. Only OGs remember that 30-second run the LA Rams had. Still anxiously waiting until we see one of the power-ups get to use. We will go to the Ravens. They do share a border with West Virginia, so if it goes to the west, they will get it, but instead they're going to the east. But hey, that's not particularly a bad thing. I mean, you expand, you get some overall boost. These teams are doing everything in their will to avoid these power-ups, it seems. The Falcons, however, hey, look, right next to them, Alabama. I'm cheering for this arrow to point to Alabama. All right, here's the shot. Will it? It does. I think it does. Not a doubt. That means from here on out, every game that the Atlanta Falcons win, they will get to steal 2 players every time. Now, if the Falcons get beat, this power-up does not stack to the other team, but The first power-up activated is Double Trouble, and they also get overall boost to their players. These teams are really taking advantage of this new expansion feature. The Commanders, let's see what they end up doing. Their arrow is going to point, that's probably going to hit the Ravens. Yeah, it goes across the Chesapeake Bay. It's going to hit the Ravens. Commanders, going into Baltimore. You know, we just get to a certain point where I just start to feel bad for the Commanders because they get manhandled by the Ravens in every single video. Even with Tyler Huntley starting. I am sorry, Ravens fans, that's why...
Bro, the Commanders got spanked. Ow.
Lamar Jackson's not playing. I haven't been emphasizing injury enough in my last recent videos, so that's why Tyler Huntley's playing, but hey, he's still got a victory. Some would argue taking Chase Young in the situation, but the Ravens wide receiver room can't catch a cold on a snowy day, so Terry McLaurin is the new starting receiver for the Ravens. It wouldn't be an imperialism video without this 10x10 pixel land getting sieged by the Ravens. Okay, so our spin for turn number 5, it's gonna be the Cowboys. We know it's above them. It's the clone power. Remember, it landed in Oklahoma. Is this going to go that way? It will not. I think that's going to be an expansion, though. They would have loved having that clone power up, but hey, can't complain about that. Due to the Cowboys expansion, Zach Martin joins the 99 overall club. Look out for this team. They are pretty strong. The Minnesota Vikings, okay, so they can expand, or maybe they can knock out the Green Bay Packers again. They cannot remember if it lands in the ocean or Canada. I just respin. That might be going to the Chiefs, because remember, the Chiefs got Iowa. Everybody in the state of Minnesota just had a heart attack as South Dakota was their saving grace. This has definitely been the most expansions I've seen to start a video, but I'm not complaining at all. Look at this. Ooh, the next spin landed on the Buccaneers. Okay, so remember like last time, considering that the Buccaneers have only 2 places to go. If it goes up, it's going to be the Jaguars. If it goes down, it's the Dolphins. It's kind of hard to get the arrow to land exact, so we'll just see which way the arrow points. Definitely going towards Miami. Buccaneers are going to Dolphins territory. Some middle-aged man who cannot show his face in his wife's house versus a 20-something-year-old man named Skyler. Who do you have? Here's Skyler Thompson. He delivers a dart, already crossing midfield to the 46. Raheem Mostert came down with that one. It's a tied game. Skyler Thompson, where is this coming from? Oh, Jalen Waddle. That's where it's going. Touchdown. That was easy. If Tom Brady loses this game, Antonio Brown is allowed to foster his kids. Okay, well, good thing he lost. The Dolphins are going to do a scoop and score touchdown. I like how the common theme of these videos is like, yay, we beat Tom Brady. Now pack your bags and come play for us. Were there better players than Tom Brady? Probably. But I mean, how much did I trust a dude named Skyler with a 65 overall? That's 5 teams down, a lot more to go. Baltimore Ravens again. Okay, so they have a shot to finally get this power up. You want to do it? If this arrow lands dead north, though, they have to face the Eagles. That's probably going into Virginia. Had to use the good old straight edge for this one. It goes right past the Potomac River and cuts through D.C. to Virginia. Look, I know we love our mountains and nature and stuff, but you can claim West Virginia. Don't be scared to chop down some trees. We must have the Lorax protecting West Virginia or something. The 49ers. Niners can either go up to Oregon or they can play versus Vegas. That's probably go to Oregon. I would call this one a power move because the last team we want to see to get even better is the 49ers. Looks like our teams are getting geared up for a big battle. The Lions. Looks like this arrow points towards Chicago. They're probably going to be jumping Lake Michigan in the process. I believe this is Lake Michigan if I'm not wrong. But I'm going to allow that. So the Lions will be going into Chicago. I had to put the pumpkin spice latte jerseys on the Bears because simply I knew they would get creamed in this game. 40-17 is the final score from Chicago. Take this bad boy to the car dealership. He's got so much mileage on him. Could the Lions actually be a threat here in the Great Lakes region? I'm not too sure. I mean, they're a little bit more scarier than my Packers. I'm trying to do a much better job at keeping up with the wheel because last time I left the Ravens off by accident. Hopefully I don't do it again. The Panthers. Okay. Ooh, this arrow is going to clip through, I believe, Virginia. Yes, it does. It barely comes in contact up here in Virginia Beach. The Panthers going into Ravens land. This is pretty scary. We're going to need a Sam Darnold masterclass for this one. Down by 6. Darnold backs up. There's a penalty marker on the field, going for a check down. This is probably going to go back with a holding right here. 80 seconds to go from the 31. Quick pass. It's going to be short of the line to gain. Trying to run slants. 4th down and 2, and you got to go for this. The Panthers got the first down after being 4th down and 2. Going towards the back corner. They got it. Gonna mark him at the 5 to Thomas. 1st and goal, 30 seconds. 3 receivers to Darnold's right. They're gonna do a slant up the middle. Tackled at the 1. No, they'll roll him in. It's a touchdown. He falls in. It's a tie game, 13 to Ian Thomas. Extra point takes the Carolina Panthers to a lead. Be smart with the football here, Ravens. Don't waste up all the time. They're going to do a jump ball. He breaks free, but no, it was just a little too much air on it. Man, if Lamar Jackson was probably in the position, a higher overall, I feel like he would have got him in stride there for the touchdown. But now, 2 drops in a row. It at least stops the clock. but you haven't gained any yards, and you only have 5 seconds, so I'm really questioning what the Ravens were trying to accomplish, especially on that one play. This has to be quick, or it has to go to the end zone. I have a feeling the Ravens are going to go to the end zone here, and this is just, what's his name, Greg Norman, the offensive coordinator? I mean, this is just his peak work right here. Yeah, I mean, what are they even doing? With Mark Andrews getting that overall boost, I think this was a safe and easy choice. Ravens fans probably hate me, and here's why. Let's backtrack to episode 1 of this Imperialism series. I screwed over the Ravens because I got an arrow and it pointed towards a team instead of an open state, or opposite way around. I just screwed it up, basically screwed out the Ravens. Episode 2, what happened is I took the Ravens off the wheel before they were eliminated, so basically they could not get landed on, and now episode 3, I took Lamar out because he was injured, and it probably greatly cost him in that game. So, Ravens fans, I'm sorry. I'm not purposely trying to do this. Okay, back to the wheel. And we get the Broncos. Okay, you know what it's time. It's time to shine, Broncos. The Broncos have every reason here to land on a power-up, but they most likely probably won't, knowing them. Yep, you guessed it. That goes straight to Kansas. But hey, whatever. Russell Wilson gains a +1. Next up on the wheel is the Dallas Cowboys. Again, and remember the power-up they have? They have Clone. If this goes up, it's going towards Clone. It's going up. The question is it going to hit Oklahoma from where their logo is at? It might hit the Panhandle. Let's go. Finally, as you can tell, I've been waiting for this. I'm very excited for this power-up. Yes, that hits the Panhandle, and the Cowboys have activated the Clone power-up. And now we're going to spin the wheel with the remaining unoccupied states. There's a total of 13 of them. The ones with power-ups on them don't count. The wheel is spinning, and it is going to land on New Jersey. Okay, so this means that the Dallas Cowboys now share a border with the Eagles. This is going to be crazy. So maybe now I can explain this better now that we see it in motion. So the Cowboys have the second area of land, however they cannot attack from it until their first area of land is knocked off the map. But they can defend from it, so if the Eagles get an arrow lands on it, they have to play a game here. If they lose this land, it sucks. But remember, they still have a second life. So this is basically like an afterlife power-up. However, you're split in 2 different areas, like a backup army. And the fact that it landed next to the Eagles and even close to the Giants is what makes this even more funny. So that was a big move by the Cowboys, also getting some boost. Lions are back again. And for the Lions, the arrow is going to go down south, which going from the logo, it barely clips past the edge of Ohio, and it's going down to Kentucky, which is owned by the Titans. So the Lions will be taking a march down to Kentucky and Tennessee. Detroit is pursuing land down south, so Jared Goff, 19-yard line, he's going to go for a chip shot here. Can't get it, 2nd down and 10. 90 seconds to go. Goff has 3 rush. He's got plenty of space and plenty of time to get it off to DJ Chark Jr., who will set up shop at the 3. First down and goal. No one's even on him. Touchdown, Detroit. They're going to take a lead here, and should be a 4-point game to Shane Zylstra. So the one-dimensional Titans offense has 30 seconds to work with, and they can't really use Derrick Henry, but Dobbs can go deep. Up there. No. Broken down. 3rd down and 6. Dobbs has the ball at the 42-yard line. Under 20 seconds left. 3 timeouts as well. Ooh, that could have been picked. 2nd down and 10. Let's try that again. Another quick pass. Another slant. It's going to be a first down, and timeout is called in 13 seconds. Got to be smart with the clock here, but they're also going to need 7. Another first down. Austin Hooper is the only target they're going to. 6 seconds left. This is probably the final play. Final play from the 15. Dobbs, one-on-one coverage. Touchdown, Titans. Huge play. Huge touchdown. Robert Woods takes the lead. 2 seconds. That should game it. What's new? The Lions fall in heartbreaking fashion. Titans win 23-20. I want you to take a wild, bold guess at who the Titans got here.
Sorry about this. Just skip it. Just skip this part. Okay? Oh.
So you bought a guitar and you hung it on your wall. Bold guess at who the Titans got here. Quentin Nelson's like that piece of furniture you ordered from China. It gets shipped all around the country. When it finally arrives at your house, it's broken into a million pieces. If I'm not mistaken, a quarter of the league is now out, so we're down to 24 teams. The 49ers is up next. Let's see where it goes. That's probably going to be the Raiders. Yes, it is. The Niners will be going into Vegas. Niners actually down by 4 here versus the Raiders. Purdy need to make a move here, but he can't escape Max Crosby. It'll be a 4th and 15 upcoming for the Purdy-led Niners. 2-minute drill as well, but can they get these 15 yards right here? This could be it. Brock Purdy delivers out of bounds, off target, turnover on downs. Raiders just need 1 first down to win this game. Josh Jacobs picks up 6, not before a timeout call, but the Niners do it again, run it up the middle. He runs into his own offensive line, but Fred Warner tackles him into the first down, and that should do it. The Raiders are going to stun the Niners.
I need to go, but there's going to be a part 2. Bye.